Limuru Tea results are out. That's up 38.7 million pre-tax profit. That's about 215% up. Analysts say this is an indicator about how the tea sector is performing, and prospects going forward seem pretty optimistic. I spoke to Ali Khan Sachu earlier, and he said farmers will ride Ferraris, and actually projected earnings this year at about 2 billion shillings for Kenya's tea sector. Are you sharing in that optimism, and what are we likely to see from the tea stocks going forward?
That is a well-informed analysis of the tea sector as a whole. For Limuru Tea, that's a good profit. It's a small company. You notice that it's listed on the alternative segment, not on the main segment, but its core business is in tea. And we have seen a rally even on the other tea companies listed on the exchange, notably Kakuzi and Sasini, and agriculturals in general. It's going to be a good year for them. The high demand in tea from Europe, because of the deep winter, has also been a driver in raising tea prices worldwide. So Kenya is going to benefit a lot, and our agriculturals are definitely going to benefit.
Now, Safaricom is back on the news, and there's interesting happenings within the mobile phone sector. Well, its competitors are still wrangling about getting 3G licenses and the payments around it. Safaricom is about to test 4G. That's, puts it up way ahead of the competition. Tell me, what does this mean in terms of growth prospects for Safaricom and the impact on the share price?
Safaricom has been a market leader for a very long time. It's got the biggest market share as far as mobile telephony is concerned. And now this is just an example of them demonstrating the fact that they are ahead of the rest of the pack. 4G, as you should know, is a lot faster, and that will benefit their multimedia, their data side of business, which is a diversification. They're not concentrating only on telephone lines. They're now focusing a lot on data and money transfer. M-Pesa is also now available abroad. So they're really diversifying and stopping to focus on only mobile lines, which is somewhat saturated.
Now the country is abuzz with what action the ICC is likely to take on perpetrators of post-election violence. Luis Moreno Campo is expected in the country in May. What's the current investor sentiment, and what are the risk factors playing around the situation?
Well, political goodwill is really important for investors and for an economy as a whole. For us, we're seeing that Kenya the rating of this country could change because of the current situation of politics.
For better or for worse?
It could be dropped, actually, based on some news that was released yesterday. However, we've also seen that there's been a decrease in foreign investors at the stock market, as opposed to how much activity they had earlier in the year. So locals are trying to take up a lot of the activity. But for the most part, we'll have to wait and see what's the outcome.
Expected results anytime now. Kenol Kobils, the share is one of the good performers from December, surpassing the 80 shillings mark from levels of 50 shillings that we saw in December 2009. What are you looking at in terms of earning for the company, keeping in mind their pan-African footprint that we've been seeing unrolled over the last few months?
Kenol Kobils is now the biggest oil marketer in the region, in East Africa, as a result of a lot of acquisitions that they've made, very strategic moves. And we've also seen in the oil sector consolidation, basically, with the exit of a couple of players, starting with Esso, BP, and most recently Chevron. So that leaves a small market, a small market with very few players, you see, and Kenol is going to be a very major player. So investors are probably taking this into account in making their decisions to invest in that counter.
It's been a short week. As we come back after the Easter break, what is your general market sentiment? What are we likely to see next week?
Well, the index above 4,000, that should stay put. We have a lot of local investors, a lot of fund managers who've been active in the market. So with the locals who've been really parking their money for the most part of last year, they're seeing that, now is a good time to bring out their money, and that money is slowly trickling back in. So we should see a lot more of a stable market.